I don't think anybody would.
So we get into this game: Serenity, Sirius, Doom, Wraith King, Grimstroke for Serenity. Sirius going into the Leshrac and Warlock, which is a decent combination.
It's super scary to play against Grim Doom. This double Doom can really mess you up.
It shuts down a lot of your lineup if placed correctly.
Task Warlock Lash. Now that's a trio I haven't seen for a long time. Is it called Trio or Trio?
Trio.
Trio?
Yeah.
Oh. Why is it called Trident then and not Trident?
10 seconds remaining.
I'm not an English literature major, or not literature, but English speaking major, so I have no idea. You know, I'm an American. We botch the language from the Brits, so we just kind of ruin words like trio as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can't really ask me and rely on that answer.
And maybe I'll have to start going on that English major I've been pursuing for so long.
Dire team pick.
Like Cinderin.
Damn. He's trying to pursue? He's got to
No,
get
he
that
already
in there?
has one.
He already has one. All
I'm
right.
pretty sure he does, yeah. I don't know if it's like a master's, but I mean, do you hear him speak English? His English is so good. Probably even better than most English speaking people's English.
He is very well spoken, for sure.
Yeah.
Remaining.
Like, I would consider myself more of a caveman, and he's like the politician kind of guy.
I can see that. He's very well spoken.
Yeah, but in the end he would still die because I'm a caveman, and I club.
I mean, yeah, the big speakers aren't exactly the best defenders.
Exactly. He would be like, "Help me!" And I'm like, Ogre Smash.
Dire team back.
Okay, what are they looking for? Dude, this Grimstroke pick, this is exactly what I want to see if I have a Grimstroke on my team. Every hero combos with it. Literally every hero.
And it is
So good.
the soulbound party coming in here.
Yep, it really is. We're gonna see Sven Warlock against
10
Doom.
seconds remaining.
What's their position for? Might be Alina for.
5 seconds.
Sven should struggle quite a bit against that lane. Like Doom against Sven in general is quite good.
And then which would you pair it up with, the Grimstroke or the Lina?
I think the Grimstroke is a little bit better, but Lina Wraithking. Oh, actually, Lina Wraithking is like legit. Never mind. Let's do it. And it's Tusk. Question is whether Lash is offlane or not.
Dire
Of course, it
team
could still be Sven offlane as well, but nobody runs that, so.
Yeah, they haven't run that in quite some time. Or not quite some time, just, you know, recently. It's been definitely more strictly one position.
Yeah, or the Black Special is solo mid Warlock.
Solo mid Warlock.
Yeah. It's legit. As soon as you hit 6, you kill that guy in mid lane and you get a free tower.
You're gonna have to show it off to me.
remaining.
I won't.
I will. If I get the chance to.
It'll come.
Yeah, in due time. Practice pays off.
So we'll see what they round this lineup out with. I mean, their lockdown, they could definitely add one more stun here. Is this gonna be?
Yes.
I mean, it's gonna be core Leshrac this time, looking mid.
Mid Lash, yeah. Offlane sinking.
I definitely like a core Leshrac better than a support Leshrac.
Yeah, now I like Lina middle as well though. They just go for the Kunkka.
Select your heroes.
Alright. If that's not a complete lineup, then I don't know what is. I'm going Serenity.
Yeah, you got ZYD on the Kunkka, PYW with the Doom, Raji on the Lina, Shadow on the Wraith King, and then to end it up would be XCJ on the Grimstroke. I kind of like Serenity's lineup, but at the same time, Sirius, they bring a lot of damage and a good amount of lockdown too. I think Tusk or HYM has to find himself being pretty mobile, kind of help out these lanes a little bit. Again, we've been seeing all these games stem from the laning phase pretty crucially. You know, we have not been seeing comebacks in the few games we've seen.
The mid lane, there's a lot of potential for kills with this Lash Tusk. Anka can die very easily.
So we'll see who ends up pulling it off here. As still best of ones, and anybody's game. Best of ones are always the ones that get interesting. You see it throughout the open qualifiers, and then you see it throughout the groups here. Which is
Yeah, and this time with a very even draft. And ASD on a hero he's very familiar with rather than a Necrolite. ASD Lash is one of the best in the business. From recent memory at least. We all knew it. Tusk is gonna be the MVP of this game, standing at the front of his team.
If you stand at the front, you're automatically the MVP.
Oh well, it means you're the player that's expected of the most, right? Like the system chooses you to carry the team.
Yeah.
I've never lost a game when I was at front, but I'm never at the front, so.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is this facts? 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Every single time.
I was there like 5 times, and I won 5 games, so.
100% win rate right there. Can't complain.
A smoky smoke right behind them. Uh-oh.
Might be able to cut him off.
That Doom right here.
Oh, but they
He's gonna
go
save time.
right. Yeah, if they had just gone to the left, they might have been able to get the kill, but bounce off over to the right, and they end up missing the opportunity.
Korean voice lines are so badass.
They're actually perfect, those voice lines. You can't recreate it. It's like they just have that perfect pitch, volume, everything. It is so perfect.
I agree. They're setting up for 3 bounty runes here,
Battle begins.
and they will get them.
Yeah, they secure 3. Don't see that all too often anymore. It's usually like a 2-2 or a little bit of a fight, a back and forth. Maybe you're lucky to get 3, but that was pretty straightforward on the 3-1. Although in July gets stunned up and Shadow chasing with Raji, and Shadow just stops in his tracks and lets In July get back a little bit further and into safety.
Yeah, it's at the cost of a mid block though. When your mid laner helps to get the rune, obviously he won't be there to block in time, but doesn't seem to care too much. United creep, United level 2, whole wave in the tower, no problem.
So we'll see if ZYD on this Kunkka is able to repeat what we saw from the first game with Shaiwan.
It's gonna be a hard one. Taiwan had like a boss performance.
And he had what was a perfect performance against ASD, lacking on that Necro. So maybe ASD has learned a thing or two after playing a Kunkka earlier today.
Yeah, a little bit of a different matchup, of course, but
We'll see. Yep.
oh, it is.
It is on Illustrak that he is definitely much more comfortable on.
Yeah, so they're doing the triple lane. Here the Sven's free farm. Because Doom, a Doom dual lane would pressure them way too much if they didn't trial in here. So it's very good. And then that means the Senkin is going to get sacked though. We'll see how that pans out for them.
If he gets sacked, is it like a hard like off lane game, or can he could still get something out of this with just Sandstorm and trying to stay in the lane, right?
Yeah, he can get XP for sure, but he won't be able to get any farm. Like, his CS is gonna stay at 0 for probably a very long time.
First blood.
You get the first blood there. They actually dove the tier 1.
Nah, he was just trying to pull creeps for the Doom. Got caught in between the towers. It's the same thing that In July is trying to do here.
Okay.
But he's also taking the pain.
It doesn't end up dying like the Grimstroke.
Yep. Ah.
Nope, over top. Might be able to get the kill here onto the Doom. They've got the stun lined up there with HYM, able to throw out some good shards and have that tag team. So you've got that extra damage. You are able to get that Stormhammer off and get the kill. And this is a big difference from, you know, the last game that we saw Sirius on. Where they've already got this advantage. They've got a couple of kills early. They are pressuring the way they want to. And they're also not getting destroyed over mid. It's completely different when you don't have to worry about your mid so much like that.
Yeah, but what is happening to the Grimstroke? It's the second time it does this, and again it just feeds another kill. Like, completely a weapon. Same time bot lane, Sanking is
in July is dead. Raji getting that kill. They line up the stuns and find the Sand King out. Get their first kill of the game.
At least a silver lining. Grimstroke right now sitting at 0 experience, minute 4 almost.
Wow.
That is intense.
That is surprising.
Yeah. Of course, the triple lane meant to shut them down, but it shouldn't be this bad. Questionable decisions to do the pulling, I think. The Grimstroke is not very good at it.
Structures are fortified.
To do it once and die, I get, but to go back and try it again is definitely a bit of a surprise.
He might just die here. Oh, never mind.
He's got Inkswell. He should be able to survive and does back off enough.
Now Kanka's like, get away from my lane, bro. I need 5. Gets it anyway. But yeah, both carries, complete free farm. And mid lane, very even as well.
Yeah, 20 and 7 and 4 to the 22 and 3 of the Leshrac.
Yep. A little bit more of consumables used by the Kanka though, so the net worth is just about even. Lash is rotating top for the bounty runes.
Yeah, this could
4
be
heroes top now.
potential fight here for Sirius. If they get the stun as well as the shards, they should solo PYW enough to get the kill. The stun does come out on 2 from the Inkswell, but it's not going to be enough to save the Doom. So PYW does fall. ASD gets the kill, and that's a rotation not only for bounty runes, but for a kill as well. So a very, very good rotation there from the Leshrac.
Yeah, it's just this task in these scenarios is so strong. Hack team ability and the shards. One of the best heroes for these scenarios. Kanka, level 6 now, and
Oh, one more shot from Raji. Tried to get out of harm's way, but the right click finally comes in from the Lina to finish off this Sand King. So that's the second time they've killed the Sand King. It's where their only 2 kills lie.
yeah. And Leshrac was forced to P. Otherwise the tower would take too much damage. Now they're going to Lesh as well. They won't be able to get the kill though. Just knocking on the door. The first Kanka rotation is going to be big this game.
Yeah, we'll see when ZYD finally moves over and attacks one of these lanes. But you are giving a lot of open space here to a Sven, who's almost got this Midas. Pretty quick one at that.
Way quicker than a Wraith King because Wraith King chose to go for Phase Boot first.
Dire are scanning.
And of course in the battle of economy, it's way better to just rush for that Midas. I think Shadow's going to regret that a little bit.
Interesting scan from Sirius right on top of the Kunkka that they can see. I don't know what he says after that too. I actually don't know like what the words would sound like. Like I hear them, but I don't know how to say them.
I just know the sound because of StarCraft 1 and it sounds so similar.
What's your true purpose?
Big fan of the Koreans. Korean castles are the best.
Yeah,
After us, of course.
there was that clip from PUBG as well. The Korean casters, it was crazy.
Korean casters are just going insane in everything they do. I love it. There's not that they're so invested, you know?
Yeah, 100%, 100% of the time. Stun from in July just to get away from Raji as well as Shadow.
Yep. Tanking close to level 5, Doom. also caught up. 4.5. Flash Rock clearing out some stacks. Yeah.
It's been a pretty tame game so far, but as I say that, they look over for the Warlock, and they're actually unable to get the kill there. So again, they show a little bit of aggression, but Serenity overall don't find anything in terms of a result.
Dire's middle tower is
Yep.
under attack.
Kanka still completely free farming, and interesting. So Kanka's gonna go for the Radiance, and Wraithking's gonna go more for the right-click build.
We saw that in the last game we saw Kunkka in. He got the Spear Vessel into the Radiance, but this time it's Phase Boots Radiance. No Spear Vessel in between.
Yeah, but usually when you're Wraithking, you also want to go for a Radiance. So you just gotta make sure that you communicate about it properly. But of course, Wraithking can just go for the right-click build instead.
Yeah, we'll start to pressure this mid-tier 1.
Yeah. Always the most important tier 1 tower. It gives you Roche control, gives you jungle control. Losing this tower early is very bad for you. And it feels like they're defending
Dire's
it.
middle tower is under attack.
Trying to catch this. The Tusk. And it just looks like it's down.
It's definitely close. HYM's taking a lot of damage here. He still needs to be careful. They'll move over the Leshrac. Got
Yeah,
3
that was
heroes to
very
try
needed.
and defend.
Dire's bottom
Yeah, you
tower
can't lose
is
if you
under
want
attack.
this early in the game.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they moved 4 heroes over here mid. They really want this tier 1 tower.
Yeah, and they can't really defend it anymore.
Structures are
Have to give it up at this point, it's too low.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Maybe if it was a little later and they had Chaotic Offering, they could add on to that, but they don't at the moment. And now Warlock, in between the tier 1, tier 2, Stroke of Fate comes in. He gets the Fatal Bonds off, so that might be able to get them something in return, but the stun comes through on the Sylar. He's taking a lot of damage with the God Strength already being popped. Snowball comes over, PYW still on the run, and actually quite fast, so they pop all this, but now Sirius, they try to defend, and they might have put themselves in a really bad situation. The stun comes down on ASD with a Torrent landing. Wraithfire Blast coming in, and down goes ASD. So they try to defend, and they end up paying dearly for it.
On the bright side, at least, Sand solo killed the Grimstroke and gets 2 bounty runes. But yeah, I'm really surprised they chose to fight, because the tower was already down, and then they tried to fight for it. Like, don't fight for no reason, you know? Usually it... Oh, just off the mark. It would have been a dead swim, most likely.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's Venny Benny.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, just able to survive there, and it seems like Sirius had a handle on this game. And now it's all of a sudden kind of falling away real quick.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
mostly because of the decision to fight after the tower was already down. But by no means is the game out of reach for them. Sven is still very farmed.
Dire's top
And
tower is
Sven,
under
with this
attack.
much money, can just
Radiant's
completely
bottom
take over
tower is
games.
under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Banking and Doom also recovered nicely. Were completely shut down, but now back into the game. Alright, they're just gonna go for a T2 top.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower
Continue to push this top tier 2. Nobody's standing in their way right now. And we saw
looks like a
this
pretty free
in a
tower.
couple of games where it's just you're so complacent and giving up these towers, and that ultimately ends up being your downfall.
Yeah, I'm surprised they...
Dire's top tower.
How many towers are down? 3 already by the minute 12 mark. It's
Dire's top tower has fallen.
not something you see every day.
No, definitely
I kind of
not.
feel it has been the theme of today. Like early towers all over the place.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Right off that they smoke, so they've gotten that tier 2 tower. Sven losing room to farm. Still trying to go into that Echo Saber, and mid, they found the Tusk. They'll get the kill. Easy does it.
Yep. Kanka X Mark. Great ability. So,
Dire's middle tower
are they just looking to pressure more, or are they gonna lay? Nope.
No, they're
Just
looking
going
at
for
pressure.
right after.
Oh boy, Chaotic Offering comes out and it allows the Leshrac to run for a moment, but the X is still there. ZYD trying to chase ASD, doesn't have the strength necessary to get the kill. Meanwhile, the turnaround onto the Grimstroke, they'll take out one of their own and potentially look for more, but the TP is out.
Like, we'll see whether it works out or not, but I'm really disappointed today with ASD and its decision making in terms of items. Like, why do you go travels first in a game like this? I feel like Yules would be so much better for you. As I said, we'll see whether it works out or not. He obviously wants to split push because he maxed Edict, but he's not really getting any chances to.
Yeah, they're the ones actually eating all the pressure. And it's been really rough for them continuing to just have to maintain this lineup while, you know, the push and pressure comes from Serenity.
Yeah, Sankey might be in trouble if he doesn't leave right now, and that's what he does. He should be alright.
14 minutes in, Sven leading the net worth at the moment.
Yep.
Got the Echo Saber, he's got the Midas.
Radiant's middle tower.
Split push now. The Sven is huge, but so is the Wraith King. I mean, if you want to split push top, you gotta do it now.
Radiant's top tower is
We'll go, sir.
under attack. Dire's bottom tower has
We'll see
fallen.
if the Diabolic Edict is enough to get this tower, but bottom. Meanwhile, Raji ends up dying. They'll take out Injuly in return. They'll look over at this Tusk. It'll be a 2-for-1, but the God Strength with the stun. They'll take out the first life of Shadow, but you kill him off first, and now you're slowed hit by the Torrent. I don't know if you're going to get anything more from this. Buyback comes out from the Tusk, Inkswell, as well as the Split Earth not landing, but XCJ turns around and takes the attention of Sirius to make sure the rest of his team can escape.
Yeah. Not worth the buyback, of course, and they should have gotten one more core kill here, but they were a bit too assistant here. Not the worst though.
Dire are scared.
Making the bots work so far at least. Getting quite fat on the lash right now. But at the same time though, Kanka 1k away from the Radiance. Usually like his biggest power spike in the game. Once he completes that item.
Yeah, Wraith King's going Armlet into the Desolator and then Blink Dagger. So the Radiance here for Kunkka overtakes the one that obviously Wraith King was going to get. And that's what that build turned into.
Yeah. Generally, it feels much better to get it on. Of course, both heroes want to have it, but Kanka without Radiance feels quite lackluster nowadays. It just gives him so much sustained damage that he doesn't have otherwise. Whereas Wraith King can just build into other damage builds. Hand of Midas on the position 5 Waller completed as well. Okay.
I'm surprised he finished that off. He'd been pressured pretty heavily.
Yeah. I mean, we say that, but then I look at the Grimstroke and he's 0-5. He's had it real rough.
Boy, in July found again. There's the Torrent with the boat combo and the X. Infernal Blade comes in, he's dusted up. They'll get the kill on in July. They give up Raji for it.
Yeah, he solo killed the Lina somehow without even using Epicenter. Must have been quite low on the Lina.
Back and forth, they continue to just trade. Serenity, though, they're dealing with the Wraith King continuing to farm. He's getting close to that Deso. Sven, meanwhile, going into a BKB.
Yeah, this Sven is huge. When he gets his BKB timing, he's gonna be really problematic.
Is the BKB enough?
He can still get doomed, is the problem. So it's still very scary to fight. They will need to get like a good initiation going for him to actually go.
And then ASD, he's got Yules and Boots of Travel going into the Bloodstone next, but he went for those Boots of Travel and they are starting to pay off, but we'll see if it ends up being enough. Infernal Blade, Ink Swell, and there's the snowball to avoid the stun. HYM doing a good job there, but I don't know if it's going to help him out. He tries to do a little cheeky maneuver of shard and moving those shards so he gets in between him and the Doom, but it doesn't matter. X is there, Torrent Boat, and he ends up dead. ZYD dominating.
Yeah. Good catch. I'm a bit surprised he committed the boat to it because they won't have it for the fight that's about to break down here. If they choose to fight it, of course. Yeah, Lina just split pushing bottom, Wraith King farming middle. Has his Desolator up now. Very quick timing on Armlet Deso. Could potentially look for a Roche here too if they win a team fight.
Pretty prime positioning to do so. I mean, the Deso as well as the Armlet. Wraith King's looking really good right now, but picking up that Blink Dagger for the Sand King, so now they have that gap close and that Initiator. And Raji again, sitting at 4-2 and 3, but that's going to turn into 4-3 and 3.
Bottom tower is under attack.
That opens up Roche though.
And the Roche is quite fast, but not like ultra fast, so they can definitely stop it if they want to, I think. Trying very hard here, smoking up. Roche half health. I don't think they're fast enough. There's a lot of crits coming in though.
Yeah, they need to move in immediately. The Blink Burrow Strike is going to come through. They'll also jump the Chaotic Offering, doing a lot of damage with the Fatal Bonds. They'll take out 2. They'll get the Aegis. The Epicenter committed to this one. Aegis is going to be picked up by Sylar. And they will also get Shadow for the second time. That goes perfectly for Sirius.
I mean, obviously they don't have the vision that we do, but it was very optimistic.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It was definitely close. I think they thought that the split was, you know, they were far enough away on Sirius that they can make this happen.
But they got quite a lot of crits on the Wraith King, and it still wasn't enough. It still had like what, like 1500 health? And then
Radiant's middle tower
they just got completely exploded. By the Warlock, of course.
Yeah,
This is a very hard position to come back to now. Like, this Serenity is way too fat. He has an Aegis at his disposal.
I'll try and kill him, but who knows? We'll see. It's not only you have to kill him, you have to kill him twice. And, I mean, they have been struggling to kill him once.
Yeah.
It puts now Sirius in a really good spot. It looked like Serenity were setting themselves up, and if they had picked up that Aegis, they would have been really in control of the game. But with those 3 kills and everything kind of flip-flopping,
I mean, they were 3k ahead, and then right after Roche, they were 3k behind. So
Yeah, quick 7,000 net worth swing.
yeah, very rough. Recover from here. Wraith King still doesn't have ult.
Oh boy, Blink, Burrow Strike, Shadow in trouble, 12 seconds. Can he stay alive? And 9-8, nope, he can't. So now Sylar is the one who's dominating.
Yep, now Sirius in firm control of the game. Taking tower after tower. AC on the way for Sven. Needs another 2k to complete that.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Another 800 gold for Bloodstone on the Leshrac. The items are just piling up right now for Team Sirius.
Yeah, they're hitting power spikes on multiple heroes.
What about the Radiant team? What are they looking for here?
They've got
Nothing
PK
really
queued up on
value coming
Kunkka.
Tower is under attack.
I guess the BKB on Kanka could be quite good. But the Sven doesn't really care about that. He's just gonna shred you anyway. Doom also going for BKB. Like, there isn't really anything super game-changing coming up for the Radiant team.
Yeah, his BKBs and their time, they have to kind of turtle it up and hope they can farm up everything.
It kind of feels like once you get this BKB, you're actually not in a great position to fight either, you know? Oh,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
another tower down.
Radiant's top tower is
Yeah, pressure top, mounting from Sirius. They get another tower. Only 2 outer towers remain here for Serenity.
Yeah, Bloodstone up. Quite tanky on the Leshrac now.
Might just be able to continue moving forward and take out another tower.
Going to the Kunkka here.
They've got the snowball, and now they've got themselves the walrus punch to kill off the Kunkka. PYW trying to do something, but he falls. Sylar gets himself too. They'll take the first life away from this Wraith King, and they'll look for more. Split Earth lands Ink Swell on the Wraith King. Laguna Blade also thrown at Sylar, but he just doesn't care. Stun follows it up. Triple kill here for the Sven, and things have gone downhill in a spiral for Serenity.
Radiant's top
Yeah, a brutal savage.
Radiant's
Right.
middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower.
What can you say? They're suddenly 10k gold behind. They have no presence on the map whatsoever. And they lost all the tier 2 towers, and now they're just gonna be choked inside their own base.
Yeah, it comes to a point where once you lose your outer towers, especially this early in the game, you just feel so, you know, you lose all confidence in being able to farm your side of the map.
Yeah, not only confidence, they don't have a mobility hero either, who can comfortably get out and in the base, you know. They have like a Kunkka, Wraith King, Doom. They're like 3 clumsy heroes that are easily picked off once they leave their base. AC finished now on the Sven.
He is
all he needs is
rolling
Blink
right
Dagger.
now.
Yeah, that Sven is massive. I mean, we say that, but the Leshrac is only 3k net worth behind him. He's massive as well.
Yeah, it feels like they've just been rolling item after item.
After somewhat bad laning phase, the Lesh is just like completely dominating the game now. Now, what's the response if you're Serenity? It's so hard to play Dota now.
Yeah, I don't really know what you do except, again, try to find open spots on the map to farm. But you risk getting caught out once, and if you don't have buyback, you're in trouble. So, you know, the Kunkka doesn't have it for 300 gold, and then just the Lina. Other than that, you've got your buyback, so, I mean, you should feel confident enough to maybe risk the farm.
I mean, it's hard. The Kunkka will have a BKB at least. So we have some sort of damage mitigation at least.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm actually surprised I managed to get 2 bounty runes with the position they're in right now. Oh no, the Grimstroke again. Ah,
He's in trouble.
am I? Fine too.
I'm surprised they didn't spot him. Just able to TP out.
Yeah, I think Sirius isn't like tightening the grip properly. Like they're letting him get out too much.
Yeah, where they need to just choke them all out of their farm spots, choke out their spots to, you know, make any gold, and,
Yeah,
and
like,
win the game.
This Radiant ward needs to be de-warded on the left side of the shrine. Then you put your own ward there, and you just constantly keep cutting the side waves. And that's just how you choke them out. You farm the jungle, you farm the waves, and they can never leave base without getting picked off. But right now they're giving them a lot of freedom.
You know, a lot more leeway than you thought they'd give them, especially coming out of that Roche fight with the Aegis.
Yeah, and because of that, they will probably have 2 BKBs up for the next fight.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
I think they're gonna do just that now though. Tightening that grip that we spoke about. Yeah, de-warding there.
X.
Snowball. That'll avoid the combo. The snowball actually hits on a ZYD. They'll silence up the Sand King, but they are sending in the Sven. He'll throw the Storm Hammer, and that's going to hit the BKB of ZYD, so he's ineffective.
God Strength committed though. That's a big cooldown to blow.
Yeah, they gotta kind of commit with this, but I don't think they really can.
Yeah. What Dire needs to do now, it's the perfect position for them to be in, but Lashard needs to be on the bottom lane. That every time somebody wants to push out the bot lane, you rotate with one hero, Lash is already there, and you kill him.
They might just wait for next Roche, but it is a minute 12 away.
Yeah. I mean, for now he's content to just farm his own side, I suppose. They cannot give up that ward they have up there. Like, there's no need to. They're way too far ahead. Don't give Radiant anything. But they're just letting it happen.
You know, again, it's complacency, just complacent in letting them continue to farm, where you had that advantage to kind of just go right at them.
I think this is like one of the prime examples here. The difference between a tier 1 and tier 2 team. Like a tier 1 team would never let that happen for free. It would make them pay for it, you know. But they just got out of their map for free, like out of the base, and it should not happen.
Dire are scanning.
So Roche up in just a couple of seconds here.
Yeah.
5
BKB up to
precise.
600 on Lash. Not a recipe away.
Doom's got
Warlock
his
going for the
BKB
Egg
though.
Scepter. And a quick pause. Toilet.
Wash closet? Or yeah.
Wash. Closet, yeah.
It's not something we say here in America. It's literally just bathroom.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Canadians also say washroom instead of toilet or bathroom.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there was any other terms for bathroom back in the day. I mean, I know there was an outhouse, but that was back before bathrooms are even connected to the actual house.
Right, I got you. Different terms for bathroom. WC bathroom, latrine, lavatory,
Latrine, yeah, laboratory. Okay.
outbuilding, washroom, water closet, and what, privy? Privy?
Privy? Yeah.
Privy? Yep. Okay, a fancy word for bathroom. Cloakroom. Comfort station.
I would love if we called it a cloakroom again. Because that means we're wearing cloaks again, and I'm down to be back wearing cloaks.
Me too. I'm all about that age.
I mean, I don't know
What
if
is a potty?
if
Sure,
anybody
let's go to the
saw
potty.
the potty. That is a 5-year-old description of the bathroom. I don't know if you guys saw that picture on Old School Cool. It's a subreddit, but there was one of FDR, and it's from the 1930s, I believe. He looks great. Looks so dapper. I'd wear whatever he was wearing. I'd wear that outfit. It's a cloak. Let's do it. Give me a cloakroom back. That also sounds amazing.
I believe you. However, I'm the wrong guy to talk to about that kind of stuff. I'm more of a knight, you know. I like to
Okay.
wear armor.
That doesn't seem very wash closet friendly.
Nah, it's fine though. It's an extra workout to take it off and on.
Radiant are scanning.
That's that extra workout when you're taking off your chainmail and your steel armor.
At least I look cool though.
Yeah. Yeah, I would not complain.
Exactly. Back into the game. Sven picked up a DD. And still fighting for the position up in the triangle here. And I really can't believe they're just having it, you know. Like Sven can literally just run up there and take it back. He'd be like, give me that. And Radiant will say, okay, sorry sir. Have it.
They've just not really pressured since that Roche fight.
Yeah, the gold lead has not increased in 5 minutes. Which in this position is kind of absurd.
I feel like they might want to fight, especially as this Roche comes back up. Blink Barrel Strike, that's going to land on a 2. They've also got the Chaotic Offering into the Fatal Bonds. They'll get 3 quick kills. That's going to be down, going Shadow. And they'll look for more. Raji gone. Second life ain't going to last long. And it's a full team wipe for Sirius. They set it up easy off the tee and slam it out of the park with that one.
Yeah, and now they're just gonna go for base, and we're more than likely just gonna see the 2 letters come out soon. But as I said,
Tower is under attack.
you know, just do it earlier. You don't need to give them anything. Don't give them any respect. You're so far ahead. You have to smash them down whatever they want to do. And now they finally did it. And it looked quite, you know, simple.
Yeah, very easily well done.
Yeah. Warlock Rock, then right clicks, and easy. They're just probably gonna get the one side of Rex and then back up to Roshan. They could also collect all 4 bounty runes. Yeah.
So they got the tier 3 and they've gotten themselves the melee racks. Smoke coming out though in retaliation from Serenity as they believe that they went after Roche, but in reality, Sirius are not in the pit. They might be baiting over Serenity to get them in an off spot.
Yeah. Raging not smoke though. But yeah, at this point they're just, you know, desperately trying to get something going. Like, it should not be possible for Dire to really lose a fight. So just group up, wait until mid lane pushes in, take your time. If you want to be super safe, you wait for Rock, but
They smoke, silence, Pro Strike. Easy kill there, and potentially looking for more. ZYD turns back into the Tusk, and that's going to be the Snowball, as well as the Walrus Punch. Doom comes over and throws that Doom out. He's got the Soulbind to follow it up, but I mean, it's only a singular Doom. They finally get the kill here on AHYM. They'll look for more, though. Laguna Boy comes in. Sylar trying to survive with the Satanic just staying on the edge of healthy. They'll pop the first life. A Shadow Stroke of Fate comes in, as well as the Torrent. They'll get the kill on a 4. They'll look for a 5th. And this could be GG. It will be GG. And Sirius move on to 1-1, as do Serenity.
yep. I mean, what can you say about it? It one Roshan fight. Pretty much, you know, just decided the entire game.
Yeah, it
Eight,
took him over
what
top.
was it, like a 7k gold swing? Ages for the Sven, who was already super fat. And there's just no way to kill him and stop him from farming. And yeah. It's rough to lose at this, you know, because you know you were in firm control of the game. And just because of that you... That's why BO1s are so scary, you know? Like one wrong decision can just cost everything.
Yeah, and it could be a difference maker. Every game could be the difference between a 4-3 and a 3-4 finish.
Yeah. We've seen a lot of 3-4 teams just being out of the competition, and 4-3 teams just barely move on.
Yeah, and it's crazy how much, especially when, you know, maybe you think that that is your closest opponent and you lose to them. It could just be gut-wrenching.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with these two teams as they both move to 1-1. We've got one more game up for you guys. That's going to be Sirius again with their 3rd game of the night. And then that is up against New B. So we'll be back with that in just a moment. Hope you guys are enjoying the games, enjoying the cast, and you know, you can tweet at us, let us know what you call your wash closet. I'm always interested. Always interested for weird words, you know? Learn some things. But we'll be back in, like, what, 5-10 minutes? Nothing too long. Stay right there.